comments, and we really cannot vote on anything. What we'll do is we'll discuss those issues, so that way when we meet again, I may have to call a special call meeting, because we need to get this done, we have to get it voted. So that's for the reindeer run. Make sure folks can go for that. I'll probably call for a special call next week. What's next Thursday look like?
I do have dates for a subcommittee, but that pushes it into the third week of September, which is obviously too far.
So next the 12th,
Next
we have
Thursday.
anything the 12th?
Next Thursday is a budget hearing, and there's a EAB meeting from 4:30 to 6:30.
ENAB, EAB,
EAB.
and we have 6:30 afterwards.
Sure, I mean,
Okay, so we'll vote on that, because we need to get these things approved
Yeah.
for the reindeer.
I won't be in town,
You won't be in town?
no. But I mean, I'll leave you stuff, I guess.
What's that?
I can leave you everything, it's okay.
No, I mean, I know it needs to be voted on.
Yeah.
So I'm just worried that it will be short again, you know? That we're getting so big that we need more than 7 people, just to have quorum.
How about Monday?
Monday?
Monday looks great.
This coming Monday? All right, that will be
The ninth?
the 9th.
5:30?
5:30, okay, so we'll do that, we'll go on the record, and then we'll vote on that.
Okay.
Right, this meeting's called to order, time is 18:37. We have to do some amendments and modifications to those administrative errors I made. I used an old template. Since we can't get through the roll call because it has the wrong attendance roster, I'm gonna make a motion right now to amend the roster, the roll call roster, and the dates to reflect 2024, and the roll call roster to reflect the current membership, since I used last year's template. And I apologize, the agenda was not changed. I submitted the administrative changes to the liaison Tuesday morning, but apparently that was not enough time to have them replace it, just for administrative Scrivener's error. The motion on the table right now is to modify the administrative issues of the roster and the date. Can I have a second to that motion?
Well, you can't vote.
Can we vote
No,
on it?
no.
Oh, we can't vote?
No,
All right,
no.
that's
Well, I
right.
mean, the roll call is whoever's here. I mean,
Okay.
the formality of it is.
So we got it, okay, well, then we will enter the incorrect roll call number. All right, let's stand up for the pledge of allegiance. And you want to stand up?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In the silence. Please be seated. All right, public comments. We have a bunch of public comments, folks. I'm going to start with you, Michael,
All right,
former
well,
chair.
thank you very much, Mr. Chair. It's a real pleasure to be back here, so nice to see everybody again. My family was the recipient of the Veterans Scholarship Award. That was the result of the hard work that you had done with the reindeer run. And so
Yeah, that was awesome.
the girls, I tried to get them. I think Jonathan had said there was a paper check that was going to be given out at some point. But with 3 of them in college now, one's doing her graduate degree at UM, one's at University of Central Florida in Orlando, and the other one's at Broward College. And so, they were encouraged to put in the, for the scholarship, and there are times when I would have said, nah, guys, don't, but I said, yeah, why don't you go do it? And because have to be honest, being retired and having 3 girls in college at the same time is a little bit of a drain, regardless of, one's standing. So I just wanted to come by. They all wrote cards. I wanted to put them in the mail, and I knew that they wouldn't get to you in time, so
Well, I mean, I think we're supposed to do a formal presentation.
Yeah.
I mean, we even got the ridiculously large check.
Yeah, but I had really encouraged them to come down and say thank you. I didn't want to let another month go by. I think
Oh,
we
that's
picked up the
wonderful.
check in
It's
July.
Sent out.
You know,
Or I think did you pick yours up?
no, they got sent in the mail. I think they
Did
were
you
kind of
get
middle
it?
of July.
Did you get them yet?
But yeah,
Okay, good.
and
Yes.
but
Oh yeah, I remember.
yeah.
I saw the back. of it. I saw the back. of it.
I'm
But
not
I-
saying that I don't trust government bureaucracies, I'm just saying I know government.
No, they had gone out. They had gone out right before the committee had asked to see if we could
Yeah.
present them in
And
person.
I gotta tell you, Michael, it's because of the groundwork that you laid as chair of the Veterans Committee and kind of the ethos that you made of, let's take care of our own in this town. And, I said, why don't we start giving every veteran in this town who has a kid in college or in high school or in trade school or in culinary school or in nail polishing school or whatever they're doing, money so their kid can attend. And because of people like Judy and Headquarters Toyota, the scholarship we gave out is the largest scholarship amount in Miami Lakes, bar none. It makes, the Grams don't even come close.
Mm.
And not even close.
Poor Graham.
And so, I mean, I think they have like a $1,500 scholarship. Ours was combined over $10,000. Every family getting over $2,000. And it didn't matter about the child's GPA or what school. What mattered was what you did as a veteran for our country and for our town. We're honoring you and by honoring them. So, but you set that groundwork, Michael, and I really want to thank you.
Well, thank you very much. It's, as I said, it's a greatly appreciated. It really is an honor. And I know, in particular, the amount of effort that went into it. It wasn't, and nothing against corporate entities that can write a check, because God bless them, we wouldn't, be able to survive without them. But the amount of effort that went into it, individually and specifically, there was a couple of people that were, intimately involved. And Judy, I know, took the bull by the horns 2 years ago and just ran with it. And I just wanted to say, as I said, I tried to get the girls here. I said, I really want to make a point of thanking the Veterans Committee specifically. And, one was in school, one whatever. So I said, all right, I guess I'll go do the work and represent the family. So I just wanted to say thank you very much. It was greatly appreciated, and it's definitely going to good use. So.
Thank you.
That's exactly what we're for.
Thank you.
It's for everybody, we'll read them all.
Well, I'll be fair, and I guess this will, the girls probably won't see it, but one of their handwriting is absolutely atrocious. And I said, you know what, I think I'm gonna take it, rewrite it, and I'll sign her name. But then I said, that would be very inauthentic, so I said, okay.
Oh, you're like going, she has
I said,
exactly
"Hey,
Michael's
I said,
handwriting.
That's on them. So I here they are, I was gonna stick them in the mail so they can come through,
All right.
and then, I guess, by.
Let's give him to
yeah.
Judy.
We'll pass it around.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you.
Mike, would you mention anything about the 9/11, the flag?
I didn't, it wasn't, I mentioned it to
Yeah.
the chair.
Yeah. And I think it's being taken care of. I mean, I think part of the challenge has been it's raining all the time. So, they're talking about the Goldman School wants to set up the flags anyway on their own because they got a lot of kids and they need to get the community hours.
Hmm.
And we're like, hey, whatever that's a great thing to do for community hours and set out the flags and they were trying to inventory how many flags were serviceable and how many were not, and what do they need to buy, etc. But Mother Nature and the weather has not cooperated. And so I think, eventually they'll get around to it though. But thank you, Michael. Thank you very much for everything.
If I can, if I may, Mr. Chair,
Sure.
we got a call, I got a call last week about about putting the flags up on Veterans Park. I said, oh, no, you're talking to the wrong person, that's not me. And they said, no, we recognize that the Veterans Committee is not doing it anymore. I said, well, okay, I wish you guys the best. I know it's gonna be fantastic. And long story short, one of the mayoral candidates sponsored the flags to buy replacements. And they're gonna put that out not as a ceremony, but just as a monument to the fall,
It's a wonderful.
as a monument to the fallen, and they're gonna leave it out there for a week or two, so.
Yeah. You know, I mean, the September 11th ceremony is now being managed and done by the Public Safety Committee. So, you know, which should be, because they're the ones who had all the first responders.
No, I agree. I don't think it's a slight at all. I remember thinking the same thing that somebody else, but I thought it was good that at grassroots level, the townspeople said we'd like to put it up and not have it turn into a big event that requires a lot of resources, but just as a visual reminder.
It'll be a nice
Yeah.
thing if it continues. That'll be great.
And that was Miss Anna Soto, who you might remember from Barbara Goldman, and I think, I don't know what Josh Dieguez's involvement was, but I know Tony Fernandez had contributed, so I think there was a couple of them contributing.
We have over 2,000 flags at the Coast Guard station. So I told Mike that we could use already. Neat.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to, thank you.
No worries. Other public comments?
No, I don't know if it's the time to introduce some of the folks who are here from Fishing with America's Finest. Back in 2022, hosted an event.
Yeah, I remember,
50th year,
yeah.
Veteran commemoration, 50-year anniversary. This coming year, 2025, will be the real 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War, the end of the Vietnam War. And they're trying, if you like, to pick Neil or Bob, Ron Green, a member of the American Legion of Hope, and Neil spearheads that, and he's a member of the board. Ron is a member of the board also. And
Well, welcome, sir. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Well, just briefly, you know, in 22 or 3 years ago, you guys assisted us with doing an event in the honor of the Vietnam vets. There was some confusion because the committee was titled the 50th year commemoration of the Vietnam War. Next year will be the actual 50th year anniversary. So we're coming back to you guys once again to see if we can partner to do a bigger event, because this is a national initiative that's gonna be put on. I gave everyone the brief information sheet. They can read it and catch up on the history and while we're here. And in the essence of time, I'm just gonna let Neil go ahead and talk about what we're gonna attempt to do.
Okay. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Captain Neil Stark. Before I go into this, I just would like to give you a little synopsis about our program. Fishing with America's Finest has been in South Florida for over 18 years. 2019, we won a Life Changer Award here in South Florida for over 5,000 credited rehabilitations through our therapy, piscatorial therapy, fishing therapy. And we are the largest program of this kind in South Florida, and we're the only true non-for-profit. There is no salaries in our program. So all the funds that come into our program go out to do exactly what it is that we do, and that's to rehabilitate wounded vets suffering from all war-related issues. The event that we're talking about, this is a little diagram of what we did. This is Veterans Park, and this is the corner. I don't know if you guys could all see. This is the corner where the gym is. We had set up tables all along the walkway there for all different veteran organizations to come out that support vets, not only here in the city, but in Miami. So we had all tables here. Thanks, Mike. And we set up tents here for lunch. We had a bounce house. We had a bounce house over here, registration. We had a table set up for speakers, for people that spoke. We had the mayor come out. Some congressmen came out. I know the Miami Herald came out. Miami Lakes newspaper came out. But we got permission from the Grams, and we used the lake across the street. And the gate here was real easy for the vets to have accessibility to the lake. And we set up a tent here, and with all our fishing gear and stuff, and the vets were able to fish all along the shoreline here with assistance from our people. I don't remember exactly the number, but I know we had over 200 people at this event. It was very successful. We did like a little fishing tournament, if you would. First place, second place, and they won awards. And with all our events, we do a free raffle. We had a bounce house set up for the kids, popcorn and cotton candy. We provided lunch for everybody, drinks, and all the equipment needed to have a successful event. We would like to do something very similar to what we did roughly about 2.5 years ago.
What month did we do it? At what
I-
time?
was
it
this in April?
April.
It was April.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're thinking about the same time, about April?
yes, sir. March, April.
Yeah. And as I recall, you had fishing rods and stuff for
Oh, yeah.
everybody.
We
There's-
provided fishing rods,
And I mean,
baits.
not just the veterans, but I mean, some veterans brought their grandkids and kids, and you had
Correct.
fishing rods for them, and,
We provided lunch as well for everybody.
yeah.
How the program works is the vets obviously get to go fishing, but they get to bring whoever it is that they're comfortable fishing with. You know, some of them like to bring their kids, their spouses, family members, but we have enough rods and reels and equipment for up to 200 people.
Okay. And what do you need from us?
Well, when we did this 2.5 years ago, we funded that program, that event entirely. And this time, we would like to see if it's possible, if we could do the same thing, but have Miami Lakes assist us with it this time.
Do you have a dollar figure in mind?
I did present it, did I give it
I
to
have,
you?
I have that.
Well, we can say it on the
Do
record,
you
that
have
way
a
we all
rough-
can
do you have
hear
a
it.
rough amount?
I don't have it, I could look it up.
It was $5,000.
Yeah.
The last
Yeah.
time we did it.
So,
It's a little over.
It's a little bit over, yeah, because I added it up.
And receipts could be provided for everything that's spent, and, you know, the funds would go to lunches. Most of the equipment we have, bounce house, cotton candy, a popcorn machine, drinks.
Tables, we had to run the tables, chairs.
Yeah, we run the tables, chairs, so folks could sit
Yeah.
down.
And we actually had the VA come out as well, representative, to, you know,
Yeah,
give-
actually,
Yeah.
And now we're lucky, we have an actual VA representative on the committee.
nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that sounds great. I mean, let me figure out the money issue.
I'll say, I guess, since there's no quorum, I guess, have any formal, you know, adoption of
This-
that. There's a lot of time though, which.
Yeah, we got some
which, I
time,
mean,
and we gotta do a lot, we got some requests for information. We gotta take a look at our budget. We gotta take a look at what we got and, you know, the other commitments we have, and then, you know, come together and figure out, you know, what we can do. I think what we can try to do, is, at least at the special call meeting, if we have quorum, vote on securing the area for a date in April. Do you have a specific date in mind in April?
No,
We're
We-
flexible.
yeah,
Okay, so,
That's at Veterans Park?
Yeah.
Veterans
That's
Park.
our, that's where,
Yeah.
like,
This
that's
is
our,
that
where we
corner,
go in.
That layout
That's
is like
the
the five.
corner.
that's 82nd Ave right
Yeah.
On
there.
the south
And
end.
that's across,
Right
this
by
is
Old
Graham's property.
So this is
That's where
going
we
south.
funneled in the,
yeah.
That's-
yeah,
okay.
We basically
That
took that
exact
corner.
layout, basically.
And it's really nice, cause it has a sidewalk, and the reason we chose that is for vets that aren't able to roll through the grass or move through the grass. They're able to access this with the walkways.
Yeah, like I said, we had VA, we had like Humana out here, we had, just companies that, you know, wanna help.
Miss Carter
veterans.
came out and
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So I think what we'll,
the gunnery sergeant.
yeah, what we'll figure out is, what it takes to, you know, as far as funding it, see, maybe we can find some sponsors too, because,
and we have our reindeer run is, December 14th, maybe I have plenty of spots sponsors it, will donate their booth, so if you wanna come and take one of those donated booths and show up there for that.
Okay, that would be great.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you
I
can,
haven't included.
I'll make sure I earmark one for you, maybe,
But it was a very successful event. And,
all right. No, I know it was. I was
Yeah.
there. It was fantastic.
yeah,
So, yeah, I would like to make it happen, and I think folks here would like to make it happen. It's just a matter of figuring out, getting the money, getting the sponsors to do it.
Because
But
I
we'll
think
figure it out.
last time, I think you got money from the state also, right?
actually, back in, it was right before, it was before COVID, we actually, Miami Lakes sponsored, made a donation to the program, and we chose to use those funds here in the city.
Was it from the,
There was the Veterans Committee, I believe.
yeah, was it from
Yeah.
the Red
Yeah.
Cross?
We had
From
taken
the
whatever,
Ranger
whatever
Run?
monies that
Thank
we
you.
had generated from something you
Okay.
had provided.
okay, you want me to give you my card
And
too?
we-
Sure, sure.
And I gotta tell you, we'll look to go to the budget Monday, so Jonathan, please bring the budget, because I
December.
have a sense we have some money, and then see where the gap is and see what we can come up with.
Sure.
I mentioned to them also
This
the possibility.
this is my card.
Some of the
It's
guys-
under the board.
He was there last time.
Well, I wonder whether or not the
I'm absent of
Veterans
that,
Affairs can
absent of
throw
that
some
Monday
money in.
meeting.
Yeah.
Sponsorship.
And then, this is off subject, but, I was listening to you about the kids that need community service hours. Our program is always looking for young people that wanna give back to the vets and earn community service hours.
Awesome.
Always. To come out to the events, help out, whether it's giving out water, help serving food, or just assisting, someone getting from A to Z.
Yeah, I know, last time we had the young Marines out there, and they passed
Yeah.
out food, they set up and they did a lot of stuff, and we'll have them out there again in April, to help out again.
We have 3 different high school groups that we work with. It's important to us to share with the youth, the sacrifices that our people make.
All right, well, I appreciate it, Captain, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
All right, moving right along with public comments.
I guess that's.
Hi.
Again,
So again, thanks for having us, Girl Scouts Troop 902. And we're here, Victoria and Alexa, with their Silver Award Project Mission Positive Impact. We're actually here because we communicated with IO about our proposed pet adoption event. And she suggested we connect with you guys for that as well. I don't know what her train of thought with that is, but I had already thought about connecting with you guys because you're amazing and in service with their project. But we have come to a position, so the girls thought that it would be a great idea to have our event. So first off, we have our date, which is September 28th. Yay.
You have one in November too, don't you?
The Veterans
Yeah,
Parade
there
with you
was-
guys.
Okay,
I think you guys talked about 2 events that you wanted to
So right
do.
now we're scheduled for 4.
Oh, wow, even better, even better.
We have September 28th, which is their sole event with the town at Canine Cove. And then there's October 19th with the Mental Health Task Force. That's still in the works. November 3rd with the Veterans Parade with you guys, which was the original idea.
Yeah.
And then you guys asked us to also do the reindeer run.
Yes.
So that would be our 4 events.
awesome.
For
So
these,
what's gonna happen at these 4 events? For you, with you guys, yeah?
we would offer first knowledge, right? Just giving out information to the community about adopt, don't buy, the benefits of having a pet, especially for the people who need it as a companion or a service animal, and perhaps just provide some kind of information for guidance, and also offer the pet adoption if we're able to have those at the events, which we're still working on with IO.
You should be able to have it at our event, at the reindeer run, that shouldn't be a problem.
Dogs?
Well, we have a farm.
Right, so about the farm.
yeah,
About the farm, IO brought to our attention that dogs are not necessarily allowed at the
Oh,
at the parks,
That's a part.
but
chickens,
when-
yes, but dogs, no.
I know,
Yes.
so she's working on it.
Wow.
She advised
That's
that
why I
it's a
have a
special
service
permit.
chicken. That's
She
a
had-
little vest.
They kind of do that.
She advised that it is a special permit that's pulled for the farm, but it may also include the dogs. So she's working on it and we'll know more.
Okay, cool,
down the
cool.
line.
One of you guys called me, right? Did you call me?
I-
You called me, okay, and I said to reach back out, like, I was crazy when you called me.
Yeah, it was after Labor Day and I've been super busy because I just started a new job and so I'm sorry that I haven't.
No, call me again. It's
But
okay.
yes, I will reach out to you
Okay.
tomorrow. So what we were here for today is to talk about the September event and how we can kind of collaborate on that to bring some veterans over, put the word out, and also to see how we can get some help with securing a DJ, which is the only thing we kind of need right now. It would be nice to kind of just, pump up the vibe and try to get the community to come out.
Okay.
I don't know if it would be money or if you guys know a DJ that's willing to offer their services, because our budget,
Is it just, the event is only your event, right? It's just gonna be your adoption event?
it
or-
is just us not tied to a committee. It is with the town directly because they are the ones giving us the location.
Where is it?
At Canine Cove, the dog park.
Okay,
So you were looking, as you mentioned, you were looking for cash, $300 to $400.
Yes, I would advise that their normal fee for a DJ is about $300 or $400.
Just, you can get it for less than that.
do you have a business card? Cause I think I might.
We pay less
Don't we
than
have a
that.
veteran that wants
I
to be?
think you know them.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, there's one who
Oh,
does
yeah.
that, but
But I
A
can.
DJ slash veteran?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slash dog lover?
He'll be, he'll be
No.
turning the tunes, Benny Goodman.
I-
Yeah, it'll be great.
So we're gonna be putting together a flyer and I'm happy to share that with you guys. We just haven't had an opportunity to do it just yet. But, I mean, it seems to be rolling on and so.
No,
it
your
should-
program's doing really well. I mean, really, there's I know that the mental health task force is trying to make you the recipient of the thing.
Yes.
And I know that the American Legion is planning to donate some money to you.
Oh, that's awesome because our community donations have not been stellar.
Yeah.
And
At
tomorrow,
least some-
I'm going on a begging trip
On a begging
with,
trip?
with Pedro.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
I mean,
Okay.
I know they're gonna give you some
We
money.
can get some.
Awesome, yeah, so I mean, we do have enough at least to cover like those possum packages that the girls wanna give out at the first adoption event. But then obviously for all the other events, we would need more funding. And we haven't been able to secure the other things that the girls wanted, was kind of, being able to give grooming to the new pets. And maybe a vet and some boarding, which, Jonathan, I think was gonna help with one of his contacts.
Yeah, we'll, one of the things I wanted to do, and we'll probably do it at the special call meeting, if we have enough folks to vote, is I wanna create a subcommittee, a permanent subcommittee on service dog and equine therapy animals for the Veterans Committee. And, cause, it's something that just we haven't really, dealt with. And there's so many folks who wanna help. I was in West Palm Beach at this place called Big Dog Farms. And they provide free training. They're funded by the VA because of the PAWS Act. PAWS Act allows, for service animals to be trained for any service member and expanded the list to those who suffer from any amount of PTSD. 10% PTSD, you get a service animal. And they will train the service animal for a veteran for free, and it's in West Palm Beach. And so I'm working with some folks who are at the VA, Cheeseboro, and so there's a VA hospital at West Palm Beach, and so we're working those issues, and we're trying to replicate the relationship that we have with those folks in West Palm Beach down here in Miami. And they're actually building a facility that will house, and it's a big, huge kind of like 5-acre, 10-acre farm. And the dogs, they're running, they're having a great time. And they're building a facility for boarding veterans, or actually active duty pets, who are owned by active duty folks, free of charge.
Oh, nice.
For any deployment or anything they're going, free of charge. And so, another thing I'm working with them is to see, because when we have veterans admitted to West Palm Beach VA hospital overnight and stuff, and they have a service animal. I'm trying to get them to pick them up and board them there. And then if it's a surgery or something, an inpatient thing, they bring them back so that the veteran can have his family member there, you know, and help in recovery and all that stuff. So we're working those issues along with the VA and another nonprofit charity that stood up on it. Pause for valor, you know, there's pause for everything. And so, you know, they're working on just that niche of, you know, make sure we have boarding for school, for dogs, service dogs, while the veteran is being in for treatment, whether it's acute, chronic, whatever, for overnight. And so, but I really want to find someplace in Dade County that can replicate what those folks are doing up in Broward, West Palm Beach.
I know that the Humane Society, their website mentions that they provide service animals. I don't know if they would do boarding.
Yeah, the thing is, what's good about this organization, it's heavily funded by the United Way and other other organizations, and they seem to have broken the code on how to fully fund their system. And the Humane Society, the problem is they're already overloaded, you know, and these folks are like focused like a laser on veteran stuff.
Okay.
And so, but I think the good news is we have resources. Now we just got to figure out where we can plug and play. I mean, they're even willing to do train-the-trainer stuff.
Right.
So, you know, maybe you girls want to learn how to be dog trainers.
Oh, that's good.
Well, they're willing to do train-the-trainer stuff, you know? And so that way we have a group of folks who are willing to train service animals for veterans, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, you know, we can always look into that and see what that costs and what that is and, you know, how can we fund that stuff? Or if it's funded by the VA or something like that. Anyway, so, yeah, I really appreciate what you guys are doing. It's fantastic. And I really am looking forward to this night. I can't wait to see what, you know, the subcommittee on service animals and, you know, equine therapy comes up with, you know, and I'm trying to get Nicole and Monique to be the chair of it. So, you know, it's, I don't
What
even
time
have a
is
pep
it?
rock.
28th?
From 10 to 2.
I have a whole Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if there's gonna be any decision on, you know, any financial cover for that DJ, or like, I guess contribution from the committee, they have to be at that Monday meeting.
Special call, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Everything's getting like.
I know, yeah, everything's being shoved over there, but that's, no, we gotta get it done. We
Yeah,
gotta get it
yeah.
done. I mean, so would everybody please show up to that special call meeting. All right.
And then I don't know if there's some information that you guys can share for us, how to get the word out, get some of the veterans to come out, any information that he's the top dog, I know.
He's the dog.
Yeah, he's the commander of the American Legion Post, yeah, so.
Okay, so he's our man.
Yeah, and you already
Got
know
it.
him. You already met these guys.
We'll stay in contact. Yeah,
Perfect,
yeah.
thank you so much for
But
your
I'll tell you
time.
the key to get the veterans out in
Yes.
that Legion, because I'm the vice commander.
Food?
You gotta have free food.
Free food. So, they suggested to us a food truck. Free food.
We're
trying to go for
Fun
Eyes too. Yes. Fun Eyes,
Pedro,
but
let
that's also-
Pedro help them with the food.
How can we,
Pedro is
okay.
the guy that's going to hit the streets with him tomorrow.
So, I
One
mean,
puts
what's
their
the
ear in the
benefit?
ground,
with
the
the
other one
tin
smells
can
of
and-
smoke and they find it.
Okay.
Bounty hunters.
Commander Cardenas, you're my contact for
We'll
free
figure
food
it out, we'll
and.
figure it out.
Potentially a DJ at a discounted rate.
That's right, playing the great hits of the 1940s. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Was it you that took the meeting?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Let me-
you.
Yes.
I'll call you as soon as I.
Okay. And let me know, what, I guess for the ranger one, I don't know.
Yeah,
Is that
thank you
something
very
we'll
much.
have to tackle at the
Really,
next
thank you.
meeting? I don't know what the
I'll
plan
let you
is.
take care.
The next subcommittee for the ranger on specifically is the 16th.
Okay, so should we appear at that?
Sure. I
Okay.
don't think we lose that one. Appreciate you swinging by.
Like,
I think it's more like.
Okay, it's nice to meet you as well then.
so for sure,
Judy?
you guys will find us a spot. I just need to let you know how much space I need. They need.
I know, I read, I also had.
Will you take care of it?
Aisle
Okay.
Logistics.
You when I read the applications.
I didn't see
Maybe
the
I'll see you, maybe I'll see you.
Well, there was
putting
seven.
flags on it.
And you know that.
On that Saturday at 10.
Yeah, 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 we'll be good with that.
This Saturday?
No, the naming
Wednesday,
thing.
if not either
Yes.
will be.
All right, good night, everybody.
Good
Thank you.
night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay, folks, public comments, anybody else? All right, public comments are closed. I'm just gonna go real quickly through the agenda so we can kind of be ready to go when the special call meeting happens and we don't have to talk much about it. And the old business is basically things, we had the subcommittee meeting. You wanna speak to it, subcommittee chair?
No, you're the What?
Maybe I am, I don't know.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night. Enjoy the
Thank
girls'
you.
holiday.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
These are the
you.
items that we said we needed to vote on.
Yes, we need to vote, and I actually have a couple to add.
Okay,
So we discussed the pricing calendar and the free admissions, which we are paying from last year, 200 run free. We had, last year we had, I have that note somewhere in
we
here.
didn't have, we only had like 50 students last.
No, it was a little more than, it was 127 free students.
Okay.
And then the calendar, so we had 507 registered, 6 people registered, like the first earliest ability to register, then 47 registered, and then second tier of the calendar, and then 454 registered at the end. And then 127 or somewhere mixed in there, probably at the end also. So, Bill also came up to add that Armed Forces recruit applicants run free, which I hope the committee is also amicable to approve. I think it's a wonderful idea. And then just the pre-registration pricing, we won't obviously be stressing like we did the prior years because now we know what to expect and we know our 454 people or 654 people will show up at the last minute and run and pay. So we won't worry about that. We're gonna talk about the marketing budget, so we're looking at $2,000. We do need, and the buses for the band, did they ever like, no?
No, they just
Oh,
submitted
good.
their W-9.
Okay, good.
So, I think that's.
It was like $900, right?
$900.
So it's like 2 buses, I think they're $450 each. So the buses for the band will be added to the budget, and Highly Gardens has accepted, and this will be, I guess, their final run it, and we have to give maybe Goldman a chance next year. They've just been so wonderful, I don't know how to say no to them anymore. So it'll be Highly Gardens High School, and then we're gonna talk about the race categories and, you know, male, female, then all those slots that I have listed there, or we have listed there. Then there'll be top 3 finishers of male and female, and each will get a medal with, we're gonna change the bands to colors instead of the trophies, so silver, gold, and bronze bands. And we are also trying to get quotes on maybe minting a second, like a winner's medal, which will be even a little more special for the winners. I don't know if it's gonna be feasible in the budget, but we're gonna look at the price. Otherwise, it'll just be the color, they'll get a participation as they run through, you know, the finish line, and then they'll also receive the special bands, which will be their place indicators.
Each category.
For each category.
In general.
So we're gonna
That's
need
it.
to also re-vote on how we're gonna spend the money. It sounds like we have some new options to spend money on, so.
Yeah, I mean, so let me just kind of cover that. What happened was, in the last meeting, I guess, voted to send all the money to the American Legion. But we run into the same thing as when we try to vote the money to go to the Veteran Story Hour, which was my charity. Post 144 is incorporated by Gary, me, and Larry. We incorporated it, and 501c3 designation from the IRS was requested by Gary, me, and Larry. So we have the same conflict of interest rules, and so that's the problem. You know, we're like all over the incorporation bylaws and everything of that thing, and I'll get called up to the top floor again and talked to by the city town manager, and I don't want to do it again. So I'm trying, that's why I put that down. I really do appreciate, and it was my fault, you know, I called Larry and I go, you know, Larry, I think what he said and, you know, what you proposed, Judy, made total sense, you know, you could do the same thing. I go, Larry, but it's my fault for not calling you. I was in Columbia and I told him I would call him on WhatsApp and I didn't. To let him know, the reason why we have to do it this way is because we are basically, I don't even know if he remembered when I told him, you know, Larry, you're one of the incorporators of American Legion Post 501. He goes, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah. You know, so, you know, that's kind of hard to divide, you know, separate that. So that's why I recommend we vote it this way. I really think this committee needs to set some standard, you know, processes. And I really think having something that goes, once again, to our families and to the Veterans Park Memorial and to help the American Legion Vet Relief Fund, which we actually are able to cut off from anybody related to it. Because it's such a small amount, we have a separate committee, and we got the receipts. I mean, that's easy. But if you give us $16,000, and the next thing I know, Larry's off to a Vegas junket, you know. So, you know, but, so this relief fund is so limited to just paying for car repairs, air conditioning repairs and stuff like that. I don't even know what it's being spent on. We just see the account. The people who approve it are not in any of the incorporation stuff. They are officers. We don't even know. They do show us the receipts, so we do know it's being used for what it's supposed to be for. And so far, we repaired 3 cars. For, you know, so we want to replenish that by $1,000 because that's basically what it costs us to repair 3 different veterans' cars who didn't have the money.
Is that just for Miami Lakes?
It's just for the Miami Lakes American Legion Post. So it's just $1,000 they get. They gave us $5,000 last year as seed money, and so far we used $1,000 and we put it back in there. And we, you know, and then the Veterans Park thing.
And it's paid back. Most of it.
Yeah, all this are all repaid. It's a 0% interest loan, but we feel it's an obligation for them to repay. So, and you know, it's like $25 a month. So
No, when Larry called me and told me,
it's gonna be a while before we see the money come back. So, you know, but, you know, that's why we do for veterans, you know. So thank you, but I just wanna let you know, so we're gonna be re-voting on that. Hopefully in a special call meeting, we'll get that done too.
Okay, and then also we need to add the bags to the budget, so I'd be number 9, I guess,
Yes.
which are plus or minus $1,400. We're gonna get more quotes. Do you know if Ruben got quotes for the medals and doing a second?
I haven't seen.
No, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring the budget for the special call meeting, our budget, so we can run through it. All right. So,
Or we talked about putting maybe the 6 branches of the military on the,
yes.
on the strap.
Yeah, I forgot to put that down. That was
Actually, and my creative team reached out to me today, and they're like, is the strap gonna change? I'm like, yeah, a little bit. I forgot about that too. I said, wait, I have a committee meeting tonight, so I'm gonna get back with them tomorrow to just start working on the,
yeah, so we'll vote
on the
on that. So
creative.
basically, the band will have, you know, the emblems of each of the armed
That's
forces,
awesome.
you know, and besides the medal.
And the
So,
logo of the
logo,
event
yeah.
and the title sponsors logo.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
right.
what
Title
the
sponsors
participation
logo.
medal?
Yeah, it'll be on all the medals. Even and
Yeah.
the winners will just be the strap will be a different color.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, so yeah, that'll be neat.
That's the vision. We'll see if we can
Yeah,
go
if we can
through.
fit that all in there. I'm very busy strap. Okay, do we have a date for the presentation of the Miami Lakes Veterans Family Scholarship?
I'm still talking to the families.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, and now it's like rough because they're really back at school.
yeah,
Um,
and you know, it could be the parents, or
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I just don't want to be, you know, Michael. I mean, he already came, he'll come again, but you know, a few others too.
Yeah. Like the ideal is the parent, or I guess the qualifying veteran,
Qualifying
and the
veteran,
student together. I mean, that would
Exactly.
be an amazing
because to me, that's who we're giving the check to.
thing.
Yeah, because of the qualifying veteran, they get the check, the family gets the check, so, yeah, so let's target those guys. All right, Patriot Day, the only thing, it's September 11th, it's gonna be in front of the town council, do you know the time?
9.
9.
9, 09?
Yeah, spoken with.
They have asked us to please be there, so I request that you guys please be there.
We already, I think last meeting, voted for, I think it was up to $200 for the wreath. Catherine and I are talking about it. I think I don't have the emails, so I can't reference them verbatim. Fire is secured, police is right there, so
Yeah, I mean, we're doing.
if they're not secured, we'll tell them to
Are you
pull
part
up.
of the public safety committee?
And so, it's pretty,
No, I think, I think it's gonna be good.
and I'm gonna reconnect with Michael, on the flags, cause I heard from, the town manager asking me what the status of the flags were. I guess because the mini flags that used to go in the park,
Yeah,
and this is just tangentially related to the September 11th. So I'm gonna reconnect with Michael, so we can all,
Yeah,
No,
but
what's
I
that?
told
What
him,
those-
he called me, I told him where they were,
okay, good.
at Mary Collins.
Yeah.
And I said,
Yeah,
"We're
Yeah,
here."
that was just an aside.
We got
Okay.
2,000 plus
alright.
at the Coast Guard.
And then lastly, we're gonna be voting on a, creation of a permanent subcommittee on service dog and equine therapy, and also a permanent subcommittee on Veterans Park Memorial Development. And, only because I don't wanna lose the focus on those things, as, leadership changes over time.
Yeah, I've started resourcing the sourcing, these estimates of architectural engineering, blah, 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 for, specifically for, the Battlefield Cross. That was last meeting.
Battlefield Clock? We already bought the Battlefield Clock.
No,
Talking
for
about
the
Wichita?
installation, for the actual installation of it.
Oh, okay.
Last meeting, I forget which city it was, that there was a concept
Wichita.
of, yes.
Yeah.
And the committee decided, I guess, that's step two. Step one is the Battlefield Cross. So that's where I'm sort of,
It was voted down for the Wichita
Yeah.
one, and then the focus was actually getting the Battlefield Cross put in and all said and done before we move on to another.
Yeah, I heard that. I think folks didn't understand that the Battlefield Cross would be part of that Wichita memorial. It would actually sit in the middle while the memorial goes around it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That wasn't understood.
Yeah,
For
and I think it's against my fault. I didn't, call Larry and let him know that a lot of the stuff was worked out already with Parks and Recreation. And I went through a bunch of different scenarios. I went through all the ones that we had picked out earlier, remember? When we sat down, and I had to get them to agree to one thing that fit their aesthetic to the park. And they came up with the Wichita one, and they said we can put so we're gonna re-vote on that one. We're gonna have to re-vote on it, because I wasn't around to give you guys the background, and, my fault, because I should've called Larry. I was stuck in Columbia, but, I could call him. So it's my fault again, and so, and I apologize to Larry. I called him up and let him know. Larry
no,
knows
but
this.
it's good. I think permanent subcommittees are something that more municipalities do, and
Yeah, I think,
it's,
just
like, actually helpful, because
yeah.
a meeting ends and then
Well, I mean, the problem
a
is,
month later you're meeting again, and then
it's-
the year is gone.
Yeah, I'm kind of running a permanent subcommittee anyway, by, the thing I was doing in the background, going, hey, this is the plan we have. Oh, we don't like that. How about this one? Oh, we don't like that. How about this? We don't like that. And then all of a sudden, oh, we like this, and we can see how it fits the aesthetic. I'm like, okay, cool. I think, something's better than nothing. I'm going for the 80% solution, and then we can put the Battlefield Cross right then and there, in that whole kind of
It
complete.
was like a bent wall, right? It was like a,
It was like a
I
bent wall.
had a,
A lot of
I've seen it in
man.
person.
Yeah, it's a bent wall, and it has, grass on the back.
It's really nice.
And they liked all that, and then we can put the, Battlefield Cross, and along with, holes for the flags, so we can actually hold ceremonies along there. And so, that's the whole concept.
Not real flagpoles, that we can put real flags off the poles?
Well, I think eventually we
Permanent?
will put permanent flagpoles, but, for the meantime, we can put, holes into the ground, into the
So they
granite.
don't
With the
fall over
standing
anymore?
Into the granite and stands,
Thank you.
and then once we have a permanent flagpole, we can cap those,
Okay.
easily.
Okay.
And then, you know, we can move on to the grander plan we had before with the nice,
The amphitheater?
oh, yeah,
Now that it's here.
oh, yeah.
Well, during a larger one.
But, you know, because one of the things
There's a
that,
hole for that.
one of the things, you know, I've also been meeting with, you know, Senator Rene Garcia and funding sources, and when I talked to him, and I told this to the town council, he says if we come up with an idea, he will push the county, with the county to fund something. So, you know, when I heard, again, it's my fault, it's, you know, mea culpa. And I go, well, okay, we're just gonna re-vote on it, I'll let everybody know what was really going on behind the scenes with the, now we have an actual real subcommittee, permanent subcommittee. Let you know that I've been working the funding issue, I've been working, you know, design with the town, and this is what we all agreed on, and we can still have a battlefield cross. And then I can go to Senator Rene Garcia and go, here it is, man. And here's what we estimate the funding cost is gonna be to do this all. What can the county do?
And I know the mission of this committee is to not only bring awareness and raise funds and, you know, do everything we can for veterans, but if we're gonna be able to get money from the county, are we stealing money from the local that we can be actually,
Mhm. No, they have special,
allocating us $5,000 from our 5K, and
Yeah.
it could be going to these.
But, yeah, but you know, I believe
just
in,
making sure that
no,
we're
that's a
not-
good point, but I believe in bird in hand, and right now the county's just giving us promises.
Okay,
Promises mean nothing, especially when, you know, it comes from a politician. So, you know, and the government in general, you know,
okay,
I know what we can do, and also I need to come up with a plan, an architectural drafting plan, to actually present to the county.
so they'll need
they
that
can
money for that,
budget.
okay, all
And
right,
I think an architecture won't touch this for less than 20 grand or something like that.
probably.
So, you know, that's why now we got 10, now we got
Maybe Gary
5.
and Pedro can find a veteran architect.
Architect and who does it, you know, for free, who needs a service chicken
he
or
knows
something.
someone, he does.
Yeah,
Huh?
so,
Pedro knows someone.
I'm sure he does.
No, he does.
and, you know, and I'll approach also, you know, Representative Tom Fabrizio, and who has a good relationship with the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs, and see if they have any funding, you know, and then that, so you know, the Veterans Committee met with Representative Tom Fabrizio, and we have proposed legislation which will give Purple Heart recipients would have to pay no tolls, no SunPass tolls. If they have, you know, they'll have a Purple Heart license plate, and he is going to draft that, and he has a senator who support that. So it's gonna be something in the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs. So, you know, a lot of folks pay a lot of tolls going to either the West Palm Beach VA or the Miami VA, you know, on the express lane. If you do have a Purple Heart, and you have a Purple Heart license plate, because you have to show you rate it, you will not have to pay tolls.
That's
If
great.
that legislation passes, and I met with him, and we drafted that legislation, so it's fantastic.
That's awesome. I'm going up to DC in a couple weeks to lobby, let me know if you need me to talk to them too about that.
That's big time, right? That's federal, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'll figure that out, Judy, I'll let you know.
Okay, 17th and 18th.
Okay, any further items from anyone?
Just feelers for dates on, I mean, we can't technically establish them because, you know, there's no quorum. But for another parade subcommittee, I wanted me to give you guys the 18th as an option for a date and the 23rd. Just ruminate, just think about those dates. Cause we can't technically.
Well, that's-
And do we have another reindeer subcommittee?
Yeah, that's the 16th, thank you. There's a 5K subcommittee.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you're good. There's a 5K subcommittee on the 16th at 5:30. That is for certain, and then we're just putting out feelers for the 18th or the 23rd for the parade.
Okay, so what was I gotta put it in my calendar like right now, otherwise I'm
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
late. What was the 5K?
The 16th at 5:30.
Don't forget to start adding Charles James to the email.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm surprised you don't have it,
I just
because I
talked
have
to
it
him.
I was
online.
gonna say,
He says,
yeah.
I'm into
You don't have
everything,
No, I know.
but he didn't know about the meeting tonight.
No.
If we did that with her, with
Did
Ion.
we?
I think we did, dude.
The what?
Establish the 16th. It's on my calendar.
Yeah, that was Iowa.
Okay, hold on. because I'm pretty sure I didn't put it down. And that's at 5:30?
Yeah.
5:30 p.m. And then, yeah, just to,
Yeah, because I'm the secretary for that, and I tell you, roll call's really hard.
And you put the 9th on your calendar
Two of us.
for our special call?
yes, and I put it on the,
Did you put on your calendar for the 9th?
Yes, I
Okay,
did
cool.
that.
well, I have an email that I'm drafting of things. that
You know me
we're
so
gonna need
well,
on that.
Judy. And what was the other one for
No,
the,
to just think about the 18th or the 23rd for the parade.
for the parade?
Yeah.
Anybody have a preference for the subcommittee? Who's on the subcommittee for the parade? Well, there's me.
The master committee
Well, I think
member.
that's yourself, Larry, reasonably.
Pedro, or Gary?
The 18th, I'm out of town, I'm at West Palm training,
Me too.
recertified.
Army training.
Crossing
Okay.
guard, crossing guard,
How about the 23rd?
Department of Motor Vehicles.
The 23rd is one of the days that are available?
Yeah,
to-
the 23rd at 5:30.
How's the 23rd, Gary? Because I mean, I think it's
That
only
looks-
Gary, Larry,
That looks good.
me, and Pedro. Think. Anybody else?
Well, I think it would,
I can't take it.
you know, I
anymore.
think,
Is
I think
there
it
any
would have-
possibility of not doing it on a Monday or Wednesday?
So the worst days for you?
Volleyball, baseball, all
It's in
kinds of
the-
sports on those days.
Tuesdays and Thursdays are always stuffed with meetings. I don't know why they pick those days, but.
We literally divide and conquer Mondays and Wednesdays.
Oh, wow.
I think
I can call it.
Alejandro was on the
But-
parade subcommittee.
Yeah, but he's
I'm
no longer
happy to
part of
But
the
he's
Yeah.
no
committee.
longer
Yeah.
part of the committee.
No, Alejandro was on the Ranger Run committee, he's no longer part of the thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
I need
subcommittee.
a chair
for-
elect.
For parade. And that's, what time?
5:30 and 6:30, if it's on the 23rd.
Okay.
Or if it's later,
No, because there's meetings after that.
you see?
At
Okay, ladies and
6:30.
gentlemen, we can't, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, see you later, bye.
That's from,
Did everybody get a chance to read Michael's